Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 2 and today we are going to present about one of the food additive which is acidity regulator. Our group members include ZULAIKHA ATHIRAH binti ZAMBRI, NADIAH binti YUSOFF, FATIN binti ZUKRI, IZZAH ALIAH binti AZMAN, SHAZA RAIHANA binti SHARIFUDDin, and SITI NURAIN NABILA binti Muhammad RAFI.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly is our introduction of the food additive. Food additives are used in practically all sorts of food preparation and processing to improve the nutritional value of the food that we eat. Simply said, it is a substance that is added to food to improve its flavor, appearance, or other desirable qualities. Many different food additives have been produced over time to satisfy the demands of food production. Before they may be utilized, food additives must be tested for possible toxicity to humans. Food additives might be natural or synthetic, obtained from plants, animals, or minerals.
Acidity regulators are used to change or maintain the pH of an acid or alkalinity, which is crucial for processing, flavor, and food safety. Some microorganisms, for instance, can be slowed down by acidified food. In addition, inadequate pH regulation can lead to the growth of harmful bacteria in the product, which could pose a health risk. Acidity regulators are identified by an E number such as E30, also known as citric acids or by the term food acid. Citric acid E30, for example, boosts the action of several antioxidants, but is not an antioxidant in its own right. It is primarily employed as an acidity regulator and fragrance component. Additionally, it improves marmalade gel consistency and reduces enzymatic browning in fruits and food products. In a nutshell, acidity regulators are a class of acidulants that restrict the growth of harmful bacteria while modulating acidity to maintain food safety and flavor.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is IZZAH binti AZMAN and matrix number 1211212. Next, we will talk about the types of acidity regulators. Based on the types, there are 5 types of acidity regulators, which are acetic acid, lactic acid, citric acid, malic acid, and phosphoric acid. These food additives exhibit preservative, antimicrobial, and pH stabilizing properties that increase the shelf life of food products. The acidity regulator market has gained considerable momentum over the past decade, and they have growth in demand for end-user applications such as beverage and processed food. There has been increased demand of this type of preservatives where health-conscious products among the new age consumers, which has positively affected the demand for food activity regulators. The end-user segment for beverages, which are non-alcoholic and soft drinks, constituted the largest share. For actively regulators, demand by following sauces, dressings, and condiments. Processed food is expected to exhibit the third largest demand for acidity regulators globally, and by product types, citric acid enjoys the largest demand, which was closely followed by phosphoric acid. These acids are preferred over the others in the beverage applications due to their property and due to high demand.
For acidity regulator, the E number is from among E300 until E399 and E500 until E599. These are some the list of examples of acidity regulators. Halal status of a food additive cannot be decided based on only the E-number. Jakim stated that most of food additive is halal if it does not contain any sources, especially from animal, for example, animals bone, animals fat. Most of acidity regulators are synthesized from plants, for example, citric acid, sodium lactate, and adipic acid. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala said in Surah Al-Nahl, verse 114, which means, so eat from the good, lawful things which Allah has provided for you, and be grateful for Allah's favor if you truly worship Him alone.
Next, another example of halal and haram issues in the acidity regulators is citric acid. Citric acid is an organic acid which naturally occurs in a variety of fruits and vegetables, particularly citrus fruits. Citric acid is produced from natural sources. Since it is plant-based, there is no harm-related issues. However, it is also produced synthetically via microbial fermentation of a glucose or sucrose carbohydrate substrate derived from corn. In most cases, this is accomplished by feeding substrate to a black mold. The main organism used in the microbial production of citric acid is Aspergillus niger. The microbial fermentation process is extensively used in industrial production of citric acid. Citric acid anhydrous is a type of citric acid that is widely used. It is commonly used in food and beverage industries as an acidity regulator. Citric acid anhydrous is usually regarded as halal as a synthesized chemical. This is because it is produced without the use of pork products, alcohol, or certain other ingredients that are haram. According to Islamic law, it is permissible because all processes involved satisfy the halal requirements. It also has been fully tested and declared safe for Muslim use as acidity regulators.
Next is advantages and disadvantages of acidity regulators. First, it can prevent microbial growth in food. Second, it can controlling the pH of food during processing. And it can decrease enzymatic browning in food products as it can act as the best antioxidant. And lastly, it can prevent sugar crystallization and stabilizing confectionery and sweets. For disadvantages, eczema and stomach ailments might be common in people who are allergic to these acidity regulators. When taken in large amounts, these acidity regulators can even result in teeth erosion. And lastly, people who always take food that have high amount of acidity regulators might have heartburn or any other symptom of acid reflux.
In conclusion, acidity regulators or pH regulating agents help in the enhancement of flavor, antibacterial agents, and conditioners in some foods. As a result of using these food additives, food products have a longer shelf life. However, excessive intake of food additives may cause a health concern. In addition, societies should be aware of the types of food additives used in food products, and the industry should identify the source utilized. This is done to avoid raising concern among Muslim consumers about the halal status of the food products.